How's everyone doing? This is going to be another video going over my comic book collection and essentially a for sale video for my comics here too. These are going to be the rarer comics in my collection and the key issues. Essentially, I put these ones aside and I was going to keep them and hold on to them, but I think I'm just going to let them go. I still have all these ones right here, which I showed in my previous video, but again, these ones are the rarer ones and key issue kind of ones. So let's go ahead and get into it. And if you see anything you're interested in, leave me a comment down below. First up is Spawn #1. And this is the Newsstand edition, which is the rarer one with the UPC barcode down there. Classic from Todd McFarlane. And then from Rob Liefeld is New Mutants #98, first appearance of Deadpool and Domino, or actually Copycat at this period. And this one is in pretty good condition. There is a little bit of spine ticking right there, but the thing that stood out to me, I bought this for 10 bucks back in the day, which I thought was a great deal. But if you see that right there, there's like this mark on the comic that goes not all the way down, but you can see it right there on Cable's face and then down there too. I think this has something to do with when it came off the factory line, because I believe I've seen this before on other comics too. But this book is super hot right now, and I've seen it go for over 500 bucks, and even in bad condition, I've seen it go for a couple hundred. So even though it has that mark, I think it should still fetch some good money, and it's a great book, very hot. I love that whole New Mutants and Guardians of the Galaxy were my favorite comics as a kid, and this whole line when Rob Liefeld took over just blew up. And then we've got X-Men #49. This is the first appearance of Polaris, and a beautiful Steranko cover right there, absolutely lovely. And you can see the condition right there, the corners. But love that one. And this is the death of Thunderbird. It's X-Men #95. I'm going to try to show you the corners as much as I can, condition-wise. Spines look good on that one and the previous one too. And here's Wildcats #2. This is the Newsstand edition, which again is the rarer one. There's another one, the direct one, which has the foil cover. This one is the rarer of the two, and I remember last I checked it went for a decent amount of money, and this looks really clean as well, really sharp. And all these comics have been sitting at my parents' place in boxes for like 15 years, so ones like this one, it looks so pristine to me. I mean, I'm not a professional grader, but it looks pretty great. And then the same thing with this Venom Lethal Protector #1. Looks really sharp. Like this right here is actually on the poly bag, not on the comic book from what I can tell anyways. Yeah, it's on the bag. But this is a beautiful cover too, and you know, Venom, Carnage, those covers were huge during this time period. You can see the red hollow webbing. But yeah, Venom the Lethal Protector #1 and #2 on the back. And we've got Bloodshot #6 and #7. First appearance of Ninjak, kind of not full, and then the full appearance of Ninjak, which back in the day, these books used to go for a lot, and they were super hot. Ninjak was a really popular character, as was Bloodshot. I like Valiant a lot. I like Bloodshot. So I think some of these comics will go on the rise as well, especially Ninjak, and this one too. First appearance of Scott Lang, the new Ant-Man, and a beautiful George Perez cover for Avengers #181. Look at that cover. Just amazing. And then I have, let me show you the cover, or the corners and stuff on this one, so you can get an idea. And then some of these older books that I have, I picked up, but they're pretty beat up. But, you know, I'm a fan. I like the storylines and the artwork too. That one just jumped out to me for the artwork, the front cover. This Fantastic Four #54. And then Avengers #67. This one's really beat up. But you got Ultron right there. Awesome cover and story. And then again, New Mutants and then Guardians of the Galaxy were my favorite comics as a kid. And this is the older one. This is Marvel Presents Guardians of the Galaxy #3. And this one looks pretty good. Well, that corner right there. But yeah, condition is essentially everything when it comes to comics. And this one, I bought this at a comic book convention because Badansky, the cover artist, he was there, and I wanted to get it signed by him. And I lost it during the convention. I ended up finding it in the car. I must have gone to the car at some point and just forgot that I had this in a separate bag and put it in there, and so I missed it on that opportunity. But beautiful cover art right there. And I liked Ghost Rider too. This is from 1980, number 48. But the condition isn't too great on it. And then some more Solar Man of the Atom Valiant comics, which I really enjoyed. Valiant, Image, when I was younger. But Solar Man of the Atom #1, Barry Windsor Smith cover. And then I really liked Bloodshot and Future Force Rye. But this is Rye #1. This looks really clean. Really sharp. And then this was the first appearance of Bloodshot, Rye #0. This used to go for, both of these used to go for good money back in the day. I don't know, I haven't looked everything up now, but... And Iron Man #219, first appearance of the Ghost in the Machine. Or just, I guess, the Ghost. Yeah, I'm trying to see which part of this. Yeah, a little bit. I feel like some of these books, if they were pressed, like this one right here, it would look super sharp. And this one, you kind of, that's on the poly bag, I believe, right there, that little marking, but Bob Layton cover. And I think that's another one that's going to be kind of a hot book with that character coming up in movies, and a lot of these ones are going to take off, I think. Ninjak especially, and let's see, Secret Wars #4. It's a classic right there. Secret Wars #10, Dr. Doom cover. And I remember getting this as a kid. I traded one of my friends for this book. It was a big book back in the day, worth good money. I don't know if it's worth as much now, but it was the new Hobgoblin revealed. Amazing Spider-Man #289. And then we've got Black Panther #11. And Amazing Spider-Man #159. This one's beat up. As a kid, you weren't really going into it, thinking about future value. You were just enjoying the comics and, the storylines and the artwork and so much creativity and imagination. Avengers #114. I like the swordsman character. And then Predator vs. Magnus Robot Fighter #1. It's a 2-issue run. Dark Horse and Valiant. Barry Windsor Smith cover. And Amazing Spider-Man Supersize Annual #22. First appearance of Speedball. And then you got Daredevil in there too. Paid $7 for this back in the day. And then Wolverine with Grey Hulk. Wolverine #7. And Spider-Man Unlimited #2. Again, Venom and Carnage were huge during this period. And then X-Force #1. This is still sealed in the poly bag. And it has the Deadpool card. And it has the white negative UPC Captain America right there, which I think that's rare. And yeah, this is funny. Back in the day, the 90s and stuff, they were doing all these kind of novelty, gimmicky covers you know, hollow foil, die cuts. And then they were doing the poly bag, which they were also did for Death of Superman, which I have over there, which I'm not selling that one because of the memories. It used to be worth money, not anymore, I don't think. But they did this for X-Force 2. It was smart marketing, but kind of affected long-term, you know, value. But basically what they did was they polybagged it, and people would buy one to keep sealed and then one as a reader copy and open, which is what I did. So it worked on me, but I was probably going to do that anyways, especially to get the different cards and stuff. Blade Runner, Super Special, number 22. A little ding right there in the corner. But some awesome Steranko artwork for the cover. And then we got a Legend of Zelda, number 1. And that covers, the corner's bent right there in the cover. But again, I'm not a, you know, a comic grader, but I think some of these, you know, if you press them and clean them, you know, obviously the value will be more. X-Force number 11, this is the first real appearance of Domino. That's a pretty cool cover. There's a few covers where there's Deadpool and Domino fighting each other. But I think this is another one that will rise in price because, you know, Deadpool 2 coming out. Next up is some of the Wizard editions. The Darkness, number 21, Wizard Ace edition. This has a, I think what they call an acetate cover. And then on the back, we've got a Dawn. This is a Wizard Half Edition and Sirius Special Hey Kids Comic Edition. And we've got Tales of the Witchblade Wizard Half Edition with some gold foiling in there. And we've got Max, a Wizard Half Edition with that purple. And I liked Sam Keith a lot and the Max character. Some of those has the certificate of authenticity in there for a lot of these ones. Gen 13 Half Edition from Wizard. Gen 13 was really popular back in the day. And then last is Thor number 1. This is, trying to remember the artist, Jonathan Tyler Christopher, I think. It's a Newberry Comics variant. And this is in a hard protector. So this looks really nice, condition-wise, from what I can tell. Maybe a tiny bit right there in that corner. But the spine looks really sharp. So there you go. Again, I'm trying to show the corners and everything for condition-wise. But if you're interested in anything, definitely let me know. I think some of these books, especially the key issues, first appearances, and things like that, they're going to be on the rise and pretty hot. You know, Ninjak and Domino and Scott Lang and the Steranko covers, Deadpool first appearance. Yeah, let me know. Again, leave me a comment down below if you're interested in anything. Hope everybody's doing well. Take care.